Let's talk about spirituality. That's like the fourth gear shift on my shift of my motto. And my motto deals with all the six shifts of life. So let's do a spirituality. Spirituality is something that I feel like is real. It's not a myth. When you pray for things, you are not only praying for things, you're praying for wisdom, guidance, and you're praying for the things that you cannot see. Prayer will definitely take you in places where money cannot. Because what happens is, what prayer does is it allows you to have God's favor. And so, what I did when I was going through a lot of shifts in my life, I would pray for God to expose certain things so my path can be straight and navigate around what people were trying to do to me, because we're not in it alone. And it says man don't live by bread alone. Also, it talks about fruit of the spirit. In Galatians, it talks about just being a certain person, patience, is just what it takes. Those are things that we can't do on our own, so we have to definitely have that through Holy Spirit. But I also want to talk about just the simple fact that you using spirituality as a guidance to accomplish your goals and taking a shift is good, because it humbles you. And sometimes we don't have that ability to be humble. I'm not the most humblest. I have had to learn how to be that person, because sometimes you feel like people be trying you, and sometimes you got to do that. But one thing I like about spirituality is when you make it whole in you, then you get the downloads. And to tell you that everybody just don't have favor, and everybody just don't have the discernment, and sometimes that's what people are jealous of. And I can just tell you that discernment and the downloads that God gives you and tells you how to move, it sets you two steps ahead of everybody else. That's something money cannot buy. So I try to do right by people. I try to pour into people, and I try to do that so I can continue to be blessed by God, so my path can be straight. But when you know that you're one with God, and you know that God is working in your life, then everything that you do is not a mistake. So my thing is when Jehovah's taking out, removing people, removing boyfriends, removing friends. Sometimes you don't understand. And the Bible also talks about do not lean on your own understanding, because he's working. Never negate the fact that he's not always working. You don't know it now, but you will figure it out later. Just follow suit and be obedient. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Obedience is awesome. So we'll get further into that. But I just want to tell you, carry your spirituality with you today. Stay prayed up and continue to ask for wisdom and discernment more than you ask for money.